Today is a very sad day. This is the death of the bastard. So this has been our test mule for the better part of 2 years now, and the Warrior motor is, well, it's not keeping up anymore. With my spirited driving style and questionable oil practices. In the coming episodes, I will be trying to build this engine as well as I can and seal this case as best I can. This will be probably the 4th or 5th time that I've split the case and completely rebuilt it. It's seen a lot of track time over the past 2 years, as you could probably tell by the oil. Don't worry about that. This buggy is probably every bit of 700 pounds at least. I cannot pick up the front end anymore. We just kept welding crap onto it. So it is so heavy right now. So this Warrior motor has done just absolutely incredible. We have plans to put this motor into a lightweight frame as we begin to prototype our own frames for M&B Welding. Kind of after the one that we welded up for the Piranha prototype for Jim. That was just a mock-up to see if we could even make our own frame. So now we're doing some CAD modeling and getting a little bit more serious, and taking what we've learned from fabricating on this, the bastard here, and kind of transferring the frame at least into our designs. We're still going to keep for the time being the ATV rear end and A-arm kind of as a bolt-on setup, just so we don't have to engineer that. We'll just be focusing on our own frames and engine cradles with the ability to adapt to different rear and front A-arm setups. So that is kind of our goal for this project. We have a lot of work to do, but in the meantime, we might have a bigger power plant to go into the back of the bastard buggy while we are taking the next month or two to do our design and fabrication to put the Warrior motor into a smaller, lighter buggy. But in the meantime, we might have to have some fun with this frame. So we'll see what we come up with. Both of those pieces of the frame, cut here, cut those front tabs off. Got a nice wide engine bay. sure all the wires, airbox, lines, etc. are unhooked, and we should be able to pull her down without opening anything up. So very carefully. We're going to use the plasma. As you can see, I've drawn a line around where we need to cut out for the exhaust manifold to sit. I do have it with me, so I can chuck it in when I need. I'm just going to start this over again on remote and record.
Bastard Buggy. Original Bastard Buggy.
There's neutral.
Now with GSXR.
Go.
Don't get too crazy. I don't have my seatbelt on.
Gotta adjust the clutch out. Oh god, the clutch is catching way out. It's like my foot is like backwards. It's so far out. Alright, we're just gonna do a nice little tra-la-la to make sure all is good. Shift it into second. Third if we're lucky. The clutch is so weird. Back into first. Oh, didn't like that. Something has happened. Oh, we're upside down.
Oh.
We fell over F1 again. God damn it, stupid ass sensor. We've had a successful, slow test drive. First and second, and a little bit of third gear. Mainly first and second. Shifts very smooth. A little bit of wood, that's not really. Fan's been on. We've been cooling okay. Definitely need to move the radiator, but cooling a lot better than it was before. Oh, it feels good. New dance. It's called the throttle lube.
But yeah, just easy on dumping the clutch because that's what'll break the chain. But other than that, it's not doing too bad. I put big new bolts in here and there, so let's just wait and do. Good. Yep. Yeah. Nope, the other way. Yeah, it's mostly first and second. New improved bastard out here. This afternoon we'll be pulling the existing radiator, as we have done just atrocious things here. We have kept it in the stock Gixxer location right in front of the exhaust. However, now instead of airflow, it gets slammed against the back of the seats. It gets very hot very quickly. So I've tried to remedy that by stuffing a massive fan on there and running it in reverse, which is stupid for a fan that's got curved and angled blades, because it doesn't hardly push any air, but whatever, it makes noise. That is now going to go on the back of the radiator. I'll switch the two terminals right there that I've wired up and run it in the correct direction on the opposite side of the stock fan. I'm going to leave the stock fan on there, however, I'm going to wire it up as well to this power that I've pulled up here. This power was just temporarily strung because I knew I was going to have to move it anyways. But it joins in back here to these two power wires. Oops, sorry, I forgot where the other one was coming from. That's right. We have positive and negative power coming directly off the battery. This one's taking a little bit of a surreptitious trip. Here's the stock wire that was going to the battery. Wasn't quite long enough to reach mine, so I'm cheating for now, and I grabbed one of my like, I don't know, -4, -2 massive negative battery wires that I just had lying around from solar stuff that I've built, and ran that for now. So I was like, oh, perfect, I needed some power. There is a 12-volt relay inside of here, and we are hooking that up somewhere back in here. Someone else had spliced into the brake. It's just on the inside of here to the ignition wire. So I cut off their aftermarket, whatever the hell it was, and now it's my aftermarket fan. So every time I turn the ignition on, you get the fan running the wrong way, but you get the idea. These buggies really need as much ventilation and cooling as possible, so that radiator is going to sit right up on the back of here. My big fan on the left, stock on the right, running to the same power, probably, I don't know, back down here, away from the fuel tank, and into here, as I have all of, oops, it's hard to look at the camera and see where my hands are in real life. I have all of that wire to deal with, so hopefully that works. I'm also concerned, I think I need to relocate this because my catch can will be below my radiator. Okay, coolant hoses are on, they're totally sucked in right now, but it looks like we are holding a good vacuum. only about 20 psi, but better than nothing, especially with this little adapter job in here. Yeah, don't ask. It's holding air pressure, or vacuum rather. Also, I moved this sucker. It's doing much better. Tested that yet. That went very well.
Much better. It's not going bananas.